Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and today's video is going to be my TBR for the NEWTs Magical Readathon. This readathon starts August 1st and goes through until the end of August. Now, this is hosted by Book Roast, and I will link her channel and the video where she explains this in a little bit more detail down below. But a few months ago, I did the Owls Readathon, and you had to have done that one first before you do this one. And so for that one, it was 12 challenges for the 12 different classes for Hogwarts. And I completed 11 of those. So I can only complete 11 of the subjects for this readathon. And each of the subjects has 3 parts. It has an outstanding, an exceed expectations, and an acceptable. And you have to do them in order. Like, you have to do the acceptable first, then the exceed expectation, and then the outstanding. So, and then you have to, let's see. Oh, I didn't print that part. Darn it. I can't remember exactly. I think you have to completely pass one, and then I think you have to do an outstanding in one, and maybe acceptable in 2 or 3 others, I think, to pass. I'm going to have to look at that, but my goal is way past that, so that's why I didn't, because I know I'm going to complete at least that part, so I wasn't worried about that. So, but anyway, so I have 33 books for this readathon. So needless to say, this is going to be my August TBR. I'm not going to read anything else because I won't have time. So, and of course, I picked some small books, but some of the ones I picked were large because I picked books that I want to read for the readathons. So, alright, so now that I bored you to tears, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the 33 books that I picked. Now, I'm not really going to say a lot about these. I'm just going to kind of go through them. And if you have any questions or want to know more, comment down below and I'll tell you more. Or I don't want to wait until the end either to wrap up all these books. So I was thinking maybe as I go along, maybe after I've read like 6 books or something, I'll come on and do a wrap up of them little by little. And then I'll tell you what they're about then too. So, okay. So, the first one is Ancient Runes. And for the acceptable, you have to read a book set in the past. So, for that one, I chose Emma by Jane Austen. And this pretty little thing, and I got this is one of my Ollie's books that I got, and it's got the little bookmark. Isn't that pretty? But anyway, so I picked Emma for that one. And then for the exceeds expectation, the challenge was one of the most ancient books on your shelves that you haven't read yet. And this is hard because, as you guys know that have watched my channel, I lost a lot of my books. And I only had Stephen King pretty much left of the, I had those and then I lost the rest. So I'm going to say this is Salem's Lot. I'm going to pick this one by Stephen King just because I haven't read this one yet. And it is an older edition. So it might not be this one, but it's close. So yeah, so that's that. And then for outstanding for Ancient Runes, a book translated from another language. Now for this one, I've got 20 physical books, and then I've got 13 either ebooks or audible books. So for this one, I have it requested from my library. I have it on hold, so if I can't get it through there, though, I can get it on Scribd. An audiobook though, so I'd really rather read this one. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm trying to, my Kindle's being very slow. And I know this video is already going to be so long, but so for this one, I am going to do the next Witcher book, because I read it, I loved it, and for some unknown reason, I didn't continue. But I'm going to do, okay, come on, pull up. Sword of Destiny, which I was hoping it would pull up the other way, but I guess because I listened to the voice real quick. But it's going to be Sword of Destiny by Andrzej Sapkowski. And so that's the next Witcher book. That's the second Witcher book. So that's the one I'm going to read for the translated challenge. And then we'll move on to arithmancy. For the acceptable, it is read a book of at least 300 pages. And for this one, I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and so I'm kind of excited. I'm going to read AntiDarkening by Kirsten White, and this one is 475, so yeah, I exceeded that. So, but anyway, yes, I'm going to read AntiDarkening, and this is a retelling of Vlad the Impaler, but it's a female, so it's a gender flip. So I'm excited about that one. And then for the exceeds expectation for the arithmancy, it's book that ends on an even number page. And I am going to continue with the Rangers Apprentice series, book 2, The Burning Bridge. And this has, hold on, that's the next. This has 262 pages, so it ends on an even number. So I'm going to read this. And then for the outstanding, a book that's not the first in the series. So since I'm reading that one and I have to read this one before that one, I'm just going to continue it and read the third one in the Rangers Apprentice by John Flanagan, and it's The Icebound Land. And see, these are pretty short. And I thought they were young adult, but they're not. They're actual middle grade, but they don't read like middle grade. At least the first one didn't. I love the first one, so I'm going to continue with that series. So then we're going to move on to astronomy, and for the acceptable, it's stars on the cover. And so I chose this one. It's Enchantress Enchantress from the Stars. And if you can see, it's got stars all over the cover. And this is by Sylvia Engdahl. And this is a book, I don't even remember where I got this book. I think I got it in a bunch of books that I bought at a yard sale. And I've never read it, don't really know what it's about, but it fits this challenge, and it's, you know, a book I own, so I decided I would read it for this. And then for the astronomy book that has a word sky in the title, and this one is a popular one for this because I've seen several people doing this one. I'm going to listen to Sky in the Deep. Please don't come up. Please don't come up. On Scribd. I'm going to listen to Sky in the Deep. So, and that's by, that's by Adrian Young. So I'm going to listen to that one, Sky in the Deep. I had it on my Kindle, on my, through my library, but I wanted to save it for this readathon, and I had it on hold, and I was hoping the timing would work, and it didn't, so I'm just going to listen to it. Let's see. The outstanding for astronomy is a story that's set on a different world planet. And this one, I chose another book that I had never heard of. I was just looking through. Did I get this one already? No, I didn't get this one already. Hold on one second. Some of these I've already gotten, and some of them I haven't, because of course you can only, you know, check out so many through your library at a time. So for this one, I decided I would do Dark Eden by Chris Beckett, and it's I mean, it looks interesting. It's a sci-fi. So, and I don't read very many sci-fi. And plus that cover is awesome. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a gorgeous cover? So, I saw it and thought I would try it. I've never read anything by that author. So, what the heck. And it's obviously, it's a sci-fi, so obviously it's on a different planet. Let's see. The next one is Care of Magical Creatures. Now, there are some of them that I really, really want to concentrate on. Some of them for the books. Like, I really want to do the AntiDarkening. Hi, Christopher. And I really want to do the Rangers Apprentice. Say hi to Christopher, guys. Say hi, Christopher. Say hi. Say hi. Kisses. Bye, baby. Love you. And so Care of Magical Creatures is one that I want to do because of the subject. So I'm going to definitely try to complete this one. But the first for the acceptable is Animal on the Cover. And I chose Life of Pi by Jan Martel. And as you can see, it's got the tiger there on the cover. Oh, and actually it's got a turtle, and it's got a whale and fish. So actually it's got a lot of covers, or it's got a lot of animals on the cover. So I decided I would try this one. I have seen the movie, but I've never read the book. So I thought I would try it. So this is definitely a readathon where I'm kind of expanding and reading things that I've been interested in reading. So then for the Exceeds Expectation for Care of Magical Creatures, book under 160 pages. And that one I'm going to do Animal Farm by George Orwell. And that's on Scribd, and it's 154 pages. I can show it to you really, really quick here, guys. Come on. If my Kindle will. Okay. So this is Animal Farm. Oh, and of course it's not going to do the cover page. It's just going to do the thing. So anyway, I'm gonna read Animal Farm. And I've read it before, but it's been a while since I've read it. And see, that one says 137. I don't know. But it's definitely under 160 pages. So, but yeah. So Animal Farm, and see, that's what the cover looks like on this one. Is the pig. So yeah, so it's good. I mean, it's a good book. I've read it before, and it's easy, quick read. And then the Care of Magical Creatures Outstanding includes dragons in any way. And of course, I had to pick an Anne McCaffrey book, and I picked The White Dragon. I have read most of these books before, but it's been a while since I've read this one. And I read the Dragon Harper series. It's Dragon Singer, Dragon Drum, Dragon something. But anyway, it mentions the White Dragon, and I decided I really wanted to read that. So, and of course, it's got the White Dragon on the cover, and it's about the White Dragon. So, but yeah, very good book. Anne McCaffrey, awesome author. So I'm excited about reading that one again. All right, so let's move on to Charms. And for Charms, for the acceptable, you have to read a book with magic in it. And so for this one, I chose the Rose Society, which some of these, and this is actually, I think, the first one, but some of these I'm also reading for Booktubeathon, because I figured, you know, I had to kind of mix, because there was no way I could read all the books for Booktubeathon and then read 33 on top of that, so I mixed. So, but anyway, this is the Rose Society by Mary Lou, and this is the second novel in the Young Elites, and I'm excited about continuing this. So that's that one. And then for the Exceed Expectations, a book with a cover that charms you. Now, for this one, I like reading physical books a lot more than I like to read Kindle books. And so the cover I saw on Kindle, which I will show you both covers, but the cover I saw on Kindle was just amazing. Okay, so this is the cover right here. It's got the cup with the blood coming down. See that cover? And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Okay, so that's Sunshine by Robin McKinley. It's actually a vampire book. But when I got it physical, this is what it looks like. And I mean, I still guess it's a cool cover. But the other one was a lot cooler. So it's the other cover that I would have picked, but I wanted to read it in physical book, if that makes sense. So anyway, but that's Sunshine by Robin McKinley. Okay, and then Charms for Outstanding is a book that you think will leave a mark. And this is one that I actually have had on my Kindle for a little while, but I've once again been saving it for this readathon. And it actually expires very, very soon, so I need to get it read. This will be probably the first book I read for the NEWTs, is The Hate You Give. And I have a feeling that this one's going to leave a mark on me because of what it's about. So, oh, and that's by Angie Thomas. Okay. Then we have Defense Against the Dark Arts. And for Acceptable, I need to read the last book in the series. And so I decided to read The Midnight Star, which finishes out the Young Elites novels. And this is by Marie Lu. So this is the third book. And as far as I know, I thought this was a trilogy. So I'm hopefully. But I'm going to say it's the last book, because as far as I know, it is. So that's for the last book. Then I need to read a foiled book. And I chose The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And as you can see, it does have foil on the cover. It's got it in the crown, and then it's got it around the letters. So, and I know a lot of people say this book isn't good, but I'm going to try it. Alright. And then for Outstanding, I need to read a book with dark in the title, or the title of the book, or the title of the series. Yes, we're going to try to enunciate our words so that you can understand me. Come on, Kindle. And for this one, I am going to read, and I have this one on hold, but I'm number 6 on 19 copies. But I can listen to it on Scrib too, so either way I can get this one. But it's Dark Witch by Nora Roberts. So, and I've read some of her books before, and usually she's romancy, but this one sounds kind of, I don't know, kind of witchy, kind of maybe a little romancy, but we're going to try it and see what it is. So that's the Dark Witch, and of course dark. Okay. So then for our next class, for divination, for Acceptable, I have to read a book that's set in the future. And that one I decided, because I'm reading this for the readathon for, okay, come on, for the movie one for Booktubeathon, I'm going to read Ready Player One, for one that's set in the future. So, and I've already seen the movie, but I haven't read the book yet. So, and then I need, for divination, for Exceed Expectations, I have to read a book under 200 pages, and I decided to do the Lock and Key Volume 2 Head Games, and this is by Joe Hill, and it's drawn by Gabriel Rodriguez. And so this is the second one. I'm reading the first one for Booktubeathon, and so I figured I wanted to get this in here somehow. So this is where I put this one And I'm excited because I've heard a lot of people say good things about this, and it's a graphic novel. So, I mean, I have to have a couple graphic novels in here, guys. I have to have a couple short books. I can't have them all long. Okay, and then for the last one for divination, for the outstanding, it's read a mythology book. And so, and also I'm getting series read in this one, this readathon too. So I'm going to go ahead and read the second Percy Jackson book, and that's A Sea of Monsters, and this is by Rick Riordan. So yeah, I got this. Isn't that a pretty cover? And this, of course, this is one of my books. So it's nice because I'm getting to read some of my books in here too. I have been just reading library books. So it's not, I'm getting a nice mix of ebooks, physical books, library books, my books, all kinds of books. Okay, so our next class, only got 4 more, guys. Thank you for hanging in. I know it's 20 minutes, not quite as long. This video is not going to quite be as long as I thought it was going to, but it's still going to be kind of long. Okay, for herbology, for our acceptable, we have to do book with a green cover. And just so happens that the Booktubeathon is doing one with the green on the cover, and so I'm picking the same book. It's Amber House by Kelly Moore, Tucker Reed, and Larkin Reed. And so that's also one of my books. So we're going to see. It's another one of books that I got at Ollie's. For herbology, for Exceed Expectation, book with illustrations. Of course, this is another graphic novel. And it's American Vampire by Scott Snyder, Raphael Albuquerque, and Stephen King. Yay! So, and then this one's nice. Pretty cool artwork and stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited to read this one. And of course, since it's a graphic novel, it has illustrations. And then for the outstanding, I need to read a book with either one of these words. Either light, air, sun, or water. And I chose water. Give me just 1 second so I can look up this book. There was just too many. Usually I have the books laid out really well, but there were just too many books for me to do that on this one on this time. I'm doing my NEWTs TBR.
Yay!
Ugh.
How many books do you have again?
33.
How much time do you have?
A month. So basically I have to read over a book a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mommy's insane, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then for this one I'm going to read, it's a different kind of a book for me, guys, because this is it's a young adult fiction, young adult literature, so it's more of a literature book, but it's The Queen of Water. And it's by, and it's a novel based on a true story, and it's by Laura Russo. So, yeah, so we're going to try this one. It looked interesting, it sounded interesting to me, so I decided I would try it. And that's one I haven't borrowed yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll be available. Alright, so that's herbology done. I cannot do History of Magic because I didn't finish. That's the one I didn't finish for the owls, so I have to skip that one. Then Muggle Studies. It for the acceptable, read a book written by one of your favorite authors. I didn't want to read another Stephen King because his books are really, really long, and I've already got a lot of long books. And so I've been reading Neil Gaiman lately and really enjoying him. And so I decided I would read Stardust because several people have recommended this to me. And so I am going to read this one because Neil Gaiman is one of my new favorite authors. So, yes. And then, let's see here. Oh, for Muggle Studies, for the Exceed Expectation, I have to read a biography. And this one, this one's interesting, guys. I was looking biography on my Overdrive app for my library. And I was trying to find something interesting that I would like. Because I don't read a lot of biographies. And I mean, I don't know. There was a Stephen King one that I probably would have liked, but it had a hold for like a long time. So I was like, that's not going to work. So I decided, because I really like the movie Downton Abbey. And so this is called Lady Almina and the Real Downton Abbey. And it's by the Countess of Carnarvon. And it's actually the story of the real Downton Abbey. That the... What did I just do? Oh, that's... Sorry. That the show is based on. So I thought I would enjoy that. So I'm going to read that for the biography. So I found something cool and interesting. So we're going to try to read that. And then the last of Muggle Studies is to read a retelling. And when people started talking about The Sea Witch by... Hold on. The Sea Witch by Sarah Henning, which is this one right here. I put it on I recommended it because our library has a thing, I don't know if all of them are like this, where you can recommend books, and when you recommend them, you're put into the pile of people that'll, it'll put you directly on hold. And so I'm number 2 on the 6 copies, and it comes in, the pre-release is expected tomorrow. So I will have The Sea Witch tomorrow, and I'm really excited because I really want to read this book. And it's a retelling of The Little Mermaid, but from the Sea Witch's perspective. So I'm really excited about getting this one. I was really lucky and really glad that... So thank you all for all those people that had ARCs that were commenting on it and posting about it, because I would not have known to recommend it if it wasn't for you guys. Alright, so then now we're on to potions. And potions for the acceptable is to read a book that has a name in the title. And for this one, I decided on this is another script because my library it's forever for this one. Let me see if I can find it down here, and if not, then I'll just look it up. No, I'll just look it up. It'll be faster. So you guys need to let me know down below too if you guys are participating in this readathon, and if you have your TBRs up, let me know so I will go and watch them if I haven't already watched them. So I decided to read Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard because I've heard a lot about it, and it's weird because some people like it and some people don't. So I'm going to read it for myself and see if I like it or not. And then potions for the Exceeds Expectation, read a book with a male lead character. And for that one, I went for another Neil Gaiman book. And this is the Graveyard book, Volume 2 for the graphic novel. And I really enjoyed this. And Kaylin was looking at a bunch of graphic novels at the library, and she saw the Volume 2. I've already read Volume 1, which will be in my wrap-up, which hopefully I'll be filming soon. But yeah, so I'm excited to finish off this story. And the artwork was really cool. And it's... Volume 1 was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So hopefully Volume 2 will be just as good. And then... Let's see. For potions for Outstanding, it's book over 350 pages long. And for that one, I'm reading The Queens of Innisleer by Tessa Grattan. And this book is 574 pages long. So once again, but I really want to read this, and I got it from the library, and I really need to read it. So, and I had it on another TBR somewhere for one of the readathons or something, and I just didn't get it read. So we're going to work on reading this for this readathon. And then my last 2 are on my Kindle. No, they're not. Okay, I'm on the last 3. So Transfiguration, for this, it has to be a book with gray on the cover. So I'm picking Lighter Than My Shadow. Kaylin and I did start this. We're like, we're not very far in. We're like, I don't know. But it's like a 500-page graphic novel, so we're like that far in. So maybe a little far, but I'm still going to do this because we want to finish it. I was doing this for Tome Topple and I failed. Oh yeah, and it's by Katie Green. And it's about a girl with eating... Actually, it's a memoir of this girl who had an eating disorder when she was younger. And it's really good. And like I said, Kaylin and I are reading it together. So, but yeah, it's definitely gray. So that one's that one. And then, like I said, the last 2 are on my Kindle. For the Transfiguration, for the Exceed Expectation, it's read a book from an author you haven't read anything from before. And for this one, I picked a book that I've heard good things about. And I've seen it on several people's wrap-ups. And it's Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. So I'm going to read that one because I've never read her before. Or him. Is it a girl or is it a guy? Ruta? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out, I guess. And then the last book for this TBR, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me. But the Transfiguration for the Outstanding is read a book that's set in a kingdom or has royals. And I decided I wanted to read The Queen, which is a selection book by Kara Cass. And it's actually the story of the Queen. Like, America is the girl, but it's the queen of the guy that she... It's a prequel kind of thing. So I'm curious because I really want to read about her. So that's the one I decided on reading. So... But anyway, guys, so this is my gigantic pile of books for the NEWTs. Like I said, let me know if you're going to be participating in the insanity. Let me know if you're going to be as insane as I am and try to do them all. I think I'm at least going to read at least 1 out of every class, and then we're going to see how it goes from there. So... But anyway, I'm linking her stuff down below, so check out down below. And please remember to always be kind to one another. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.